helps. Mine does it at home too. Okay,
Got it?
think so.
Very good. Okay, well, welcome everyone. Thank you for appearing here on your Zoom docket. This is the City of China Grove Municipal Court, December 16th, 2020 court docket. First of all, I just want to inform everyone that we are live streaming. So please do not give us any information, any private information that you don't want out there in the web. If there is some information that we need from you, we will gather that from you either in a break room, or we'll just give very, very general terms, but nothing very specific. So just be aware that we are live streaming. For those individuals that are joining us on YouTube, these are legal proceedings, so please do not record them. For the individuals that are here on today's docket, either by video or audio, also do not record them, as they are legal proceedings. Okay, a few instructions and information that I think you need to know, so that way the process will go a little smoother. When we call your name, and I'm basically going to read the charges that are filed against you, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, how do you plead to a particular charge? Now, these cases, they're all Class C misdemeanors, which means that they are criminal in nature. And as a result of that, it triggers certain constitutional rights that you have. So if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, there are some rights that you are waiving or you're giving up. And I'm going to go ahead and go through those right now, so you're aware of those. First of all, under the Constitution, certainly you have a right to plead not guilty, and you could request a trial either in front of a judge or a jury. You also have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything that would incriminate yourself. The state of Texas has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt of the guilt for the offense that you're being charged with. The next right is you have a right to bring in witnesses that'll testify on your behalf with regard to the citation. You also have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses with regard to the citation. So once again, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you are giving up those rights. Now, for those individuals that do want a non-jury trial, in other words, if you want a judge to hear the case and make a decision, we will put you on a non-jury docket at a later date. If you want a jury trial, you will be required to make 2 appearances. The first appearance is to address any legal issues that need to be addressed prior to the actual trial itself. It's very important that you show up for that pretrial conference, because if you do not, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. The second setting is the actual trial, and that's where we bring in citizens from the city of China Grove that will sit in judgment. It's extremely important that you show up for that for 2 reasons. Number one, if you don't show up, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. And if you don't show up, whatever it costs the city to set that up, that cost may be passed on to you regardless of the outcome of the case. So theoretically, let's say you miss your jury trial, we have to do it all over again. We have your trial, jury finds you not guilty, but then you're facing a big bill because you didn't show up the first time. And really the point that I'm trying to make is make sure that you note that somewhere, and that could be on your iPhone, on a calendar, on your refrigerator door, or somewhere where you're not going to forget, because it could wind up being very costly. Now, if you have a citation and it is a moving violation and you have a commercial driver's license, at this level here, I do not have the authority to grant probation nor defensive driving class, okay? Now, if you wish to speak with the prosecutor, I'll give you that opportunity, see if y'all can work something out. But as far as the court's authority, I do not have the authority to grant either one of those 2 forms of disposition. Now, if you are under the age of 25 and you have a moving violation and you want it dismissed, you will be required to attend a defensive driving class. Now, for everyone else, there's 2 ways to get a ticket dismissed. Number one, which is the least expensive way, would be to do the defensive driving class. In that situation there, the only thing that you pay is court cost, and then whatever school you select, you got to pay their fee. And of course, you got to get a copy of your driving record, and that DPS is going to charge you a fee as well. And if you turn everything in, then the case gets dismissed. Now, if you're not interested, or if you don't qualify for defensive driving, then you can consider what we call deferred disposition. And that's just nothing more than probation. Now, deferred disposition is discretionary with the court. I can grant it. I don't have to grant it if I don't want to. However, if I do grant it, you will be required to pay a special expense fee, and you will be put on probation anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. There may be certain conditions, like not receiving a similar violation within your probationary period. And if you do everything you're supposed to do, once again, that case gets dismissed. Any case that is dismissed does not get reported to the Department of Public Safety, so therefore it does not show up on your driving record. Now, if you're here and you want to pay the fine or fines, but you don't have the money, just let me know, and what we will do is that we will do a time pay. That basically means is that we'll do all the paperwork today. We will give you 30 days to pay the fine or fines, and if you've paid all your fine or fines, you've satisfied your obligation. However, if you go beyond the 30 days without having paid, then we will put you on a time payment plan, and that's going to call for a minimum of $50 a month. Until the entire amount is paid. However, the state of Texas does mandate a time payment fee that would be added on to each violation. I do not have the authority to waive it, reduce it, ignore it, or do anything. That will be automatically assessed. Okay, as far as instructions, that's it. Now, what I do want to do is that for everyone that's here on today's docket, I'm going to go ahead and administer an oath. And what we'll do is those people that I have on video, I'm going to ask you if you acknowledge taking the oath, and you can just give me a thumbs up to acknowledge that you acknowledge taking the oath. For those individuals that are on the phone or some type of a audio, I will ask you when I call your case if you acknowledge taking the oath. So at this time, will everyone please raise your right hand? Okay. Do you all swear the testimony you're about to give in this call will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Okay, Mr. Marcus Fisher, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? If you could give me a thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Francesca Natal, do you acknowledge taking the oath, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Fisher, you can put your hand out. Alan Shaw, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Good, thank you, sir. Sydney Paredes, do you acknowledge taking the oath, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Christopher Roberts, do you acknowledge taking the oath? Can you give me a thumbs up if you acknowledge it? Very good, thank you, sir. Alfredo Herrera, do you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, sir. Okay, that's those are the individuals that are on video. Okay, Clarissa,
we have Carlos Abrigo also. Abrigo.
There he is. Okay, Mr. Abrigo, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Very good. Now, okay. Mr. Abrigo.
He speaks Spanish only.
Oh, okay. Okay, señor Abrigo, ¿usted jura que va a decir la verdad y solamente verdad? Me das un dedo para arriba para ándele. Okay, gracias. Okay, so Mr. Mead is not here yet?
Mr. Mead is just now joining us. His audio is not up yet, but we do have someone that has joined us from an iPhone. I need you to unmute your phone and please tell me your name.
My name is Xavier Pytel.
Oh, Xavier. Okay, so you're on here already.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have to hang up or something? Oh, wait, no. That's not you. Never mind. I already have you, Xavier. This is someone else calling from an iPhone. They just called in a couple minutes ago when court had already started.
Was it a 072?
No, anybody that I've already checked with earlier, I have y'all. So don't worry about that. There's a new person that joined us right when court was starting. You're calling from an iPhone. It just says iPhone across the screen. I don't have your name. I need you to unmute your phone if you want us to get you logged in. I brought you into the court session when the judge was already talking. I don't know. I've tried. There we
Hello?
go. What's your name?
Yes, ma'am. No, I'm here for Raul Suarez.
You're here for what?
I'm his mom. I'm his mom. Raul Suarez's mom.
Oh, okay. So you're the guardian. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
He's a juvenile.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put on here that you're his mother, so we can at least identify Raul Suarez. Okay. All right, I just wanted to make sure we weren't leaving somebody out. We have John Mead. John, you're muted.
You don't want me to be muted?
I don't. John Mead is our prosecuting attorney that some of you will be speaking with.
Okay.
Okay, we do have the court docket order if y'all want to go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to start with the bottom of page 2. And it's on the very last line. Alfredo Herrera is our number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Page 4, in the middle, we have Francesca Natal. Number 2.
Okay. Got her.
Page 5, about the middle, we have Carlos Abrego. 3 violations. He's number 3.
Okay.
Middle of page 2. Somewhere on here. Let's get on the page 2. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Raul Suarez, right in the middle.
Okay, he's number 4.
He's number 4.
Okay.
What page again?
That was page 2
Oh.
in the middle. Mhm.
All right.
And then also on page 2, right below him, a couple, it's Tatiana Wilson. And she's number 5. And then still on page 2, we have about the middle, Christopher Roberts. He's number 6. We're going to go to page 1. Almost to the bottom is Karsha Flowers. She's number 7. We have page 3. Marcus Fisher. He's number 8. Then a few below Marcus Fisher is Alan Shaw. He's number 9. And we're going to go to page 1. Toward the top, it's Phyllis Brumfield. She's number 10. And then toward the bottom of page 4, we have Sydney Paredes. I don't know how to say it.
Paredes.
Paredes.
There you
Number
go.
11.
What page now?
That's page 4. Toward the bottom, Sydney Paredes. Work on my letters. Number 11. And then the last one we have is the bottom of page 1, very last one, Xavier Pytel, number 12.
Okay. Is that it? Okay, Clarissa, very good. Okay, just one final instruction now that Mr. Mead has joined us. Mr. Mead is the prosecutor and he represents the state of Texas. Now, for those individuals that have 3 or more citations, I'm going to ask you to visit with him to see if y'all can work out some type of a plea bargaining agreement that'll benefit not only yourself, but the state as well. If we're able to reach an agreement, that'd be great. If not, we'll bring you back into the courtroom so I can deal with the cases. Now, if you wish to visit with Mr. Mead, if you plead not guilty to a charge, I'm going to ask you to visit with him to see if y'all can work something out. Okay, Clarissa, with that, let's go ahead and get Mr. Mead into a breakout room. Who would be the first one? Let's see, 2.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we getting started. I'm sorry.
We need to put someone in the breakout room.
We're gonna go with our first one will be Carlos Abrego. He is speaks Spanish only. He does have his son with him, but we also have Leroy here to help with anything. So I'm gonna put all 3 of y'all. Leroy, you are available, right? Officer Rosales,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna put you and John Mead and Mr. Abrego in a room together real quick.
What page is he on? I
Mr.
got
Abrego is on the middle of page 5.
page 5, okay. Prosecutor. Okay, very good. Okay, so once we get Mr. Mead and Mr. Abrego, we'll go ahead and the first case is going to be Alfredo Jose Herrera. Okay, Mr. Herrera, there you are. Okay, very good. Mr. Herrera, can you unmute yourself, sir? Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Herrera, you have a charge of speeding and it's alleged that you were doing 69 and a 50. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, now let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you to visit with the prosecutor, see if y'all can work something out. But if you cannot work it out, did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
What would be the difference?
The difference is that if you do a judge, well, then the judge makes a decision as to innocence and guilt. And if you go to the jury, then it's 6 people from the city of China Grove that would make that decision.
Okay. I guess I'd prefer the judge.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let you visit with Mr. Mead. If he cannot work it out, then we'll set it down for a non-jury trial. So if you'll just stand by, Mr. Herrera, he'll visit with you as soon as he gets done with those other individuals.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Clarissa, let's see, number 2.
The middle of page 4, and that's going to be Francesca Natal.
Okay, got her. Okay, Miss Natal, if you can unmute yourself, ma'am. Okay.
Let me ask her to unmute. There we go.
Okay, Miss Natal, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ms. Natal, you have 2 violations here. One is speeding, and it's alleged you were doing 62 and a 50. To that charge, ma'am, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty?
Guilty.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you have a second charge of fail to maintain insurance. How do you plead to that?
Guilty.
Guilty. Okay, let's talk about the speeding ticket. What did you want to do on that ticket, ma'am?
She wants to. I'm Carlos. I'm her husband. I'll help her out on translating. She wants to do the payment plan.
The payment
Try
plan?
to. Yes, because we
Okay.
don't have the money at the moment.
Okay, now, does she understand that by doing the payment plan, it's going to go on her driving record?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, what other option we have?
Well, the other option is to do the defensive driving class, which would be the less expensive, or do the
Okay.
probation, which is more expensive, but both of them will get her case dismissed as long as she does everything she's supposed to do.
So if she gets do the classes, she has to pay for that?
Yes.
Yeah, well, what she would do is that she would pay court cost of $144, and then whatever school she selects, she would pay their fee, and it on average it's anywhere from $25 to $50, just depends which school you select. That can be done online. Of course, she has to get a copy of her driving record. It'll run her $10 if she does it by mail, $12 if she does it online. And then
Okay.
She would
But-
have 90
but
days
still-
to do the class.
But she still has to pay the ticket after the class, right?
No, no, she would not. No, the only thing she would pay the court is the court cost. The
Okay.
144.
Okay, we already do that then, but that will be with a payment plan as well too? Or has to be
No.
paid upfront?
But no, we would need to collect the 144 up front on that one.
Yeah, all right, so let's do the payment plan then.
So you want to do the payment plan? Okay.
Yes, please.
And now what about as far as the insurance? Is it the same thing?
Yes.
Yes.
She already has the insurance, yeah, but we have to do payment plan as well too.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty to the speeding charge. I'm going to reduce the fine down to $200. And I'm going to go ahead and put her on a time pay. With regard to the insurance, I'm going to go ahead and reduce it as well. It's currently $266. I'm going to reduce it to $200. And we'll go ahead and do the payment plan on that as well.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Natal, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, Clarissa, do we need anything from Ms. Natal?
Yes, are you still at, on Hickory Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll mail your payment plan to that address, okay? If you can sign one
Okay.
and send it back to us, it'll be in effect, okay?
All right,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and excuse you, ma'am. You can log off. Okay, Clarissa, number 3.
That will be, number 3 is Mr. Abrego. He's with John Mead. So then we'll skip to Raul Suarez. He's a juvenile and his mother is here as well.
Okay, and let's see, where is Mr.?
He's on the phone and then his mother is also, well, on my screen, they're right next to each other, but
Okay,
they're just on the phone.
okay, there's a Raul Suarez and a Raul Suarez M. Is
Mom, it probably didn't fit. So one's, the M is for mom.
okay. Mrs. Suarez, the mom. Can you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
your name, ma'am?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Norma Cordova.
Okay, and Miss Cordova, are you the mother of Raul Anthony Suarez?
Raul.
Yes, ma'am. Are you the mother or
Yes,
the legal
I'm
guardian?
Raul Suarez's mom.
Okay.
The mother.
Okay, very good. Okay, now my questions are to Raul. Raul, you're on the phone. Do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier, sir?
Yes,
Very good. Okay, Mr. Suarez, you have a charge here of no driver's license. And to that charge, how do you plead?
guilty.
Okay, and you are 15 years old, is that correct?
Yes,
All right, now we had initially reset your case so you could get your driver's license. Have you made any headway on that?
yes, sir.
Do you have your license now?
No, sir. I am almost done with the whole driving course.
Okay, any idea as to when you anticipate getting your license?
Possibly next week if DPS is open.
Okay, do you have an appointment already set up?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, this is what we need to do, Raul. I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for 30 days. I want you to get your license, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so we'll reset you for 30 days. Hopefully when you come back, you'll have your license. If by any chance you contact DPS and they have to schedule your appointment beyond the 30 days, give us a call so we can reset to accommodate your date for your testing.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, do you have any questions, Raul?
No, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Clarissa, do we need any information from Mr.
I don't know if you want it. This is the one you questioned me about earlier, the juvenile. Did you need to get his plea before?
He pled guilty.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Okay, so he's pled guilty.
Yes.
Okay, Raul, are you still at Gibbs Street?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's where I'll mail your reset, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm gonna excuse you. Ms. Cordova, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you as well. Thank you for appearing, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, next one is on the same page. Tatiana Wilson.
Yes.
Let's see, there she's on the phone. Ms. Wilson, do you acknowledge taking the oath administered earlier, ma'am? Can you unmute yourself? There you go. Ms. Wilson, do you acknowledge taking the oath I administered earlier?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, Ms. Wilson, you're under the age of 25. You have a charge here of failed to yield right away from a private property. To that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty?
Only
Okay,
because.
hold on.
Only. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let me finish here. You also have a charge of failed the signal turn. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You plead guilty on that one? Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, Ms. Wilson, I'm gonna ask you to stand by. I'm gonna let you visit with the prosecutor, see if y'all can work something out on those two cases, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and so if you'll just sit tight, Mr. Mead will get to you as soon as he can.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay,
Okay, we have him back. Okay,
yeah.
close that room real quick. There we go.
Ms. Wilson, can you mute yourself, ma'am?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see, do we have Mr. Abrego back?
Yeah,
here?
he's here.
Sorry, sorry, Leroy, I muted you again. I'm sorry. Was trying to unmute.
Mr.
Okay.
Abrego's back, Your Honor.
Okay,
He
where?
is.
There
He's
he is.
muted though. I'm trying to get him to unmute. Let's see if he can.
Okay,
There he goes.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what, señor Abrego, escuche lo que está diciendo el fiscal, porque le está diciendo la corte el acuerdo que llegaron y quiero que usted esté de acuerdo con eso. ¿Está bien?
Okay. You
Okay.
ready, Your Honor?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah, in return for a plea of guilty to failure to provide evidence of insurance and a plea of guilty to no driver's license, I'm going to take into consideration and request court dismiss the failure to maintain insurance. The fine on the failure to provide evidence of insurance, I'm asking the court for a $300 fine on that. And on the no driver's license for $167. Mr. Abrego says he can pay the $167 today, needs a time payment on the failure to provide evidence of insurance.
Okay. And both of these are straight pays?
They're straight pays, Your Honor.
Okay, and so we need a time pay on the insurance ticket.
Right.
And so the payment plan is going to be on the evidence and the maintain is going to be dismissed?
Yes,
Okay,
That's
that's
correct.
that's my recommendation.
okay, great.
Okay, señor Abrego, ¿entendió el acuerdo que entró con el fiscal?
Sí.
Okay, bueno, mire, do we have Officer Rosales? Okay, Officer Rosales, go ahead and interpret for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Abrego, to the charge of no driver's license, how do you plead?
Señor Abrego, para el cargo de no licencia, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Okay.
He said he's guilty.
To the charge of failed to provide evidence of insurance, how do you plead?
Para la multa de no presentar la aseguranza, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable porque no andaba en ese momento la aseguranza conmigo.
Okay.
Okay, now it's and it's my understanding that he's going to pay a fine of $167 on the no driver's license, which he plans to pay today. Is that correct?
Okay. Señor Abrego, que el acuerdo que quedaron que iba a pagar la multa de los 167 hoy, ¿eso todavía está en acuerdo con usted?
Sí.
Yes.
It's my understanding that he's going to pay $300 on the fail to provide evidence of insurance, and we will place him on a time payment plan.
Y la multa de la aseguranza es una multa de $300 que te vamos a poner en un plan de pago. ¿Está de acuerdo?
Sí.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept this plea of guilty, assess a fine of $167 on the no driver's license violation, and Mr. Abrego will pay today. I'm gonna go ahead and accept his plea of guilty of failure to provide evidence of insurance, assess a fine of $300, and we will place him on a payment plan. With regard to the failed to maintain insurance, the state is taking that into consideration, and that case will be dismissed. Okay. Okay. Señor Abrego, ¿no tiene preguntas?
No, pues solamente la pregunta que tenía es que aquí, como yo cuando fui a la China grave ahí en la oficina, me dieron este papelito que me
Aquí a la
decía,
corte.
sí, ahí fui a la corte cuando no había, todavía no se podía ir a hacer nada. Entonces solo hablé con la secretaria ahí por la ventana y me puso no driver, licencia 167, ¿va? De ahí me puso no inseguranza 266 y no showing, dice inseguranza, no andar con la aseguranza. Entonces eso es lo que tenía esa duda yo de aquí, estos dos, que no es el mismo. No tenía
Bueno,
aseguranza.
mire, la diferencia es que uno no presentó prueba de aseguranza y el otro es porque no tenía aseguranza. Now, con el acuerdo con el fiscal, el tiquete de no mantener la aseguranza va a estar despedido. Ok, so no tiene que pagar nada en ese tiquete, se lo van a despedir.
Sí.
Ok, ¿me entendió?
Sí, solo, no, porque yo decía, si yo presentaba mi aseguranza, que no la andaba en ese momento, pero si yo después presentaba, no, el cargo siempre se iba a mantener.
Y pues ese tiquete va a estar despedido, so no se tiene que preocupar de ese.
Sí.
Ok.
Ok.
Clarissa, do we want him to call in so he can make that payment?
Yeah, if he wants to pay it by phone, he can just give us a call or he can come by. I don't know how he wants to.
Señora Abrego, ¿cómo va a pagar los $167? ¿Lo quiere hacer en el teléfono o quiere ir para la corte?
¿Se puede también por tarjeta?
Sí, pero le van a cobrar un porcentaje de un cargo, que es 5%.
¿Hasta qué hora está abierta la oficina?
How late are you going to be there, Clarissa?
We'll be here till 4 for sure, maybe
Okay.
later.
¿Puede pasar por ahí antes de las 4?
Sí.
Okay, all right, he's going to go by there before.
Okay, great.
Bueno, señora Abrego, ya se puede salir del Zoom, ok, pero vaya antes de las 4 al hacer el pago ese.
La otra, el otro pago que voy a tener, ¿cuánto va a ser
Bueno, va a ser un total de 300, pero si no lo pagan entre los 30 días, entonces va a ser a lo mínimo $50 mensuales.
50 mensuales? Ok, y si puedo dar más, sí, va, si puedo dar unos 100.
Bueno, sí, mire, si lo puede pagar adentro de los 30 días, así no le van a aumentar la cantidad con $15. So, trate de pagarlo dentro de los 30 días si puede.
Sí, voy a tratar la manera. Voy a ver si agarro un trabajo más.
Okay, páguelo lo más que pueda, lo más pronto posible.
Ok.
Ok. Bueno, ¿no tienes las preguntas?
No, gracias.
Ándele. Ok, so ya se puede salir y vaya a la corte hoy antes de las 4.
Gracias.
Ándele, de nada. Adiós. Okay, Clarissa, if we can get Mr. Mead in with the next.
Okay, I'm going to send you in, Mr. Mead, with Alfredo Herrera. He pled not guilty and wants to talk to you real quick.
Where is he?
I'm right here.
He's right there. He's on the bottom of page 2.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm right here. Okay, I'm gonna open up the room. Okay, Judge, that's gonna leave us with, is it asking y'all to go, John? There they go. Okay. Judge, that's gonna leave us with Karsha Flowers.
Okay.
She is a show cause, a little complicated. She, you had extended her, I believe. Yeah, you extended her time to take care of, let's see. Okay, her driving safety course was due October. It was actually initially due August 18th. You extended it through October 9th. She still hadn't turned it in yet. We set her up for a show cause on November 4th, but she didn't come to that one, so we rescheduled it for today.
Okay.
So she has the driving certificate due on that one. On the deferred, she had that same situation. It was due August 18th. The balance was due by that date. Same thing, you gave her an extension of time to pay and then show cause and didn't show, and now she's coming in. And I don't think she's paid that one yet. I think she still owes that money.
And how much is that?
It should be a balance of, I usually put that on there.
Is it 166?
Yes, her balance is 166. Yes, I'm sorry, it is on there.
Now, is that balance of 166, what is that for? What does that represent?
Well, apparently she had the total, she paid 134 on it, so her balance, I guess it was a $300. Yeah, it was a $300 fee
Insurance?
for the deferred. It was for, no, it was for running a red light.
Okay.
So there's a $300 deferred on it. She paid 134 of it.
Okay.
And the balance due was 166.
And then we've got the DSC documents due on the other one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Flowers, can you unmute yourself, ma'am? There you go. Okay, Ms. Flowers, were you able to hear all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the situation with your defensive driving documents?
I've gotten it completed. I wasn't for sure really which course to take. There's so many, and so I was kind of paranoid getting scammed. I lost my job, so I didn't have a lot of income coming in, which kind of made the delay process a little longer. But I've completed everything except for paying the final payment of $166.
And when did you complete the defensive driving class?
November.
November, okay. And
Yes, sir. I have the copy.
okay, and you have the certificate and your driving record?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Have you, I'm gonna need for you to send those into the court. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead and accept them, accept your defensive driving certificate and your driver's license record.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can get those in as soon as possible. Okay?
Can I take this to the China Grove location? Is that?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if you can take those
Okay.
to China Grove. Now, what about the balance of the 166?
I can pay that today.
You can pay that. Okay, so will you go by the courthouse and take care of all this today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, Clarissa, did you hear that?
I did. Ms. Flowers, you need to do that by 4 o'clock, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mead. Let's see, you were visiting with Mr. Herrera.
They're both muted. Let's see if we can.
Okay, can both of y'all unmute yourselves?
Yes, I was talking to him.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, were you able to reach an agreement?
Now, Mr. Herrera wants to continue with his plea of not guilty.
Very good.
All right, Mr. Herrera, I'm making a notation that we're gonna put you on a non-jury docket, sir.
Okay.
at the court setting, it's going to be by Zoom.
Can you,
If there's any witness.
Can you repeat,
Sorry?
Judge Morales? Morales, you broke out in between your statement.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and set this case on the next non-jury docket that we have available for you.
Okay.
Okay. So if you'll just kind of wait for you to get some paperwork from the court, you'll be getting a non-jury trial date.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Herrera, are
Very
you
good.
still on
Okay,
Hickory Grove?
Yes, ma'am, 937. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
okay, that's okay. I'll go ahead and mail your not guilty form to that address. If you can fill that out and return it to us, and then you'll be set for trial. It won't be until after the new year, okay?
All right, that's fine. That'll work.
Okay, thank you.
Am I
Thank you,
excused?
Yes, you are.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mead, I'm going to send you into a breakout room with Tatiana Wilson. She
Okay,
is on middle of page 2, okay?
yes.
Tatiana, if you can, there you go. Unmute. Oops, did it go? There we go. Okay. Judge, we
Number
have
8.
Marcus Fisher. Middle of
Marcus
page 3.
Fisher, okay. Okay. Let's see, where is Mr. Fish? There he is. Okay, upper left-hand corner. Okay, Mr. Fisher, you have a charge here of speeding. It's alleged you were doing 61 and a 35. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, all right. And what did you want to do with your ticket, sir?
I was gonna see if it's eligible for me to do the defensive driving course.
No, unfortunately, you were doing 26 miles over the speed limit. Now, what I can do is, let me make some notes here. I can certainly consider deferred. It'll be a little more expensive, and because, well, let's say, yeah, I can do a deferred on that. Now, are you under the age of 25?
Yes, sir. I'm 21.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do the defensive driving as a condition of deferred. And let me tell you what that would mean. Okay, as far as money is concerned, you're 26 miles over. You're looking at a deferred fee of $325. And then, of course, you'd be on probation for you would be 120 days plus a defensive driving class. I can, if you want to take advantage of that, I can do it that way, but that's really the only thing I can offer you at this point.
Other than just paying the ticket, right? Or how does that work?
Yeah, now if you pay the ticket, I'll reduce it a bit, but it's going to go on your record though.
And doing the deferred, it takes it off? Or
Well, as long as you do everything you're supposed to do, yes. Well, it never goes on, so.
it never, what? It never just goes off?
So in other words, right now it's not on your driving record. It's currently here in the city of China Grove. So if we do the deferred and you do everything you're supposed to do, it gets dismissed at here, so it's not sent over to DPS.
Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and go that route with the deferred.
You want to do a deferred? Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'm going to go ahead and defer the disposition, assess a $325 special expense fee, place you on deferred for 120 days. And because you're under the age of 25, I'm going to require you to take the defensive driving class. Now, can you pay that today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions, Mr. Fisher?
Do I just like on the site, I just do the ticket to pay it, or I go down there? Or...
You can
Can I
either
answer
do
that?
it over the phone by calling us and paying with a credit or debit card. But if you pay with a credit or debit card, there is a 5% processing fee. So it's a little more expensive if you pay with cash, cashier's check, or money order in person. You don't have to pay that fee. So that fee is $16.25 if you pay it with a credit or debit.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be here till 4 if you want to come by, or you can call up until 4 to take care of that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Okay, Mr. Fisher, if you don't have any questions, any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you.
Mr. Fisher, also, do you know if you'll be coming by or by phone?
You said by 4, right? By 4?
Yeah. 'Cause if you're gonna do it by phone, I need to give you a phone number to contact us.
Yeah, I'll probably do it by phone then.
Okay, let me give you our phone number. You have something to write with?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 210-648-4923.
210-648-4923.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, I got it. And then
Thank you, sir.
as far as that goes, like, will I get like paperwork sent in for like the defensive and all that, or?
Well, you'll have to pick your own driving safety course and just have that completed before your deferment's over. What you can do is just Google Texas defensive driving courses and make sure it just says that it's approved by a Texas approved course or approved by the state of Texas or something on there on the homepage. They're usually about $25.
Oh, okay, so I have to complete the defensive driving course within the 120 days
120 days.
probation.
I believe that's right. Is that correct, Judge?
That is correct.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
once that's completed, I just go give you the paperwork, right?
Yes, sir. Just be sure you sign that certificate and get it back to us within that time period, and it'll remain off your record as long as you pay the $325 and complete the course. It never goes on your record.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, now we have Alan Ray Shaw. Mr. Shaw, can you unmute yourself, sir? Okay. There you go. Okay, Mr. Shaw, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Great, I can hear you as well. Mr. Shaw, you have a citation for speeding. It's alleged you were doing 57 and a 50. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Okay. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to talk to the prosecutor, but if y'all cannot work it out, we're going to need a trial. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury? Your choice.
Judge.
Okay.
Judge.
All right. Very good. Okay, why don't you stand by, and as soon as the prosecutor becomes available for you, he'll talk to you in a breakout room.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, so just stand by. You can unmute yourself now. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Judge, we're gonna have to skip violations and move ahead to Sydney Paredes. Did I do better, Paredes?
Yes, you did.
There you go.
Oh, there he is, 11. Okay. Okay, Sydney Paredes, there she is. Okay, Miss Paredes. You have 2 citations. One is a speeding, and it's alleged you were doing 75 and a 60. To that charge, ma'am, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest. And you also have a charge of violating a driver's license restriction code. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and Ms. Paredes, what code was that? What violation code are they alleging?
It was for glasses.
Okay, not wearing glasses?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, with regard to the speeding ticket, what did you want to do with that ticket?
The defensive driving.
Defensive driving. Okay. Let me ask you 4 questions. Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Are you covered by insurance?
Yes.
Have you taken the class within the last 12 months to get a ticket dismissed?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you pay $144?
Yes.
Okay.
Stay,
I'm gonna
right?
Go ahead and, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and grant your request for defensive driving. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Now, with regard to the driver's license restriction, what did you want to do on that?
And
now let me-
my
let me
options.
Yeah, let me caution you. Well, option number one is to pay the fine, but if you do that, DPS may suspend your license because it's a code violation. Okay? So,
Okay.
restriction. Now, the other option is to do probation, which basically means that I would put you on probation for 90 days, assess a deferred fee of $200. And as long as you don't pick up any similar violations and you pay the $200, then it'll be dismissed.
Okay.
So which one did you want to do?
Okay, that second option, I can do that.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and place you on deferred with a special expense fee of $200, 90 days deferred. Okay, are you going to be able to pay that today, ma'am?
Yes, I could. There would be no extra charge. It would just be the 200 plus the 144 today, right?
That's correct.
So
Ms. Paredes, if you pay with a credit or debit card, though, there will be a 5% processing fee. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, and that's the same thing, like if I call over the phone, it's...
Yeah, unfortunately, in person, any way you pay with credit or debit, we go through a company that charges that right up the top and they take it for their company.
Okay. And then I have until 4 today if I want to just drop it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the court located?
Are you familiar with Highway 87?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know where the Dairy Queen and the Chevron is right there at the stoplight? Okay. Are you coming from San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay, so you would take a left right there at that light, go down about half a mile, and we're on the right-hand side in a white rock building next to the fire department.
Okay, that's not too far from me right now. Okay. I think I can make it.
If you need any special arrangements, just give me a call. Do you have our phone number? You can call us and I'll wait around for you or whatever I need to do, okay?
Okay, I have it's on the paperwork that you sent in, right? Okay, yes.
So just
So
call
I
us
do
if you
have
run
that.
into a problem, I can work with you, okay?
Okay, is there an ATM at the courthouse or?
There isn't. You will pass up a Wells Fargo on the way over here for sure. It's
Okay.
right down the road on 87 from us.
Okay,
That
sounds
helps.
good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Bud.
you. Thank you.
Sure, I'm excusing you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead, if you can unmute yourself, sir.
You had Tatiana Wilson, Judge.
Okay, and she's
She's on middle of page 2.
Okay, very good. Okay, listen. Can you
Hello?
Okay.
Can you hear her?
All right, Mr. Mead, were you all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the agreement? Is Mrs. Wilson back? Yes, okay.
Yeah, she just muted herself again. Ms. Wilson?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were still talking to a different person. I'm sorry.
Okay, Ms. Wilson is 20 years old, Your Honor. So she's going to plead guilty to the charge of failure to signal turn. I was going to recommend the court to the court 90 days probation, $300 fee, condition she take driver safety course. And then with failure to yield right away from private property, I was going to take that into consideration and request the court to dismiss it.
Okay, and Mr. Mead, what was the term of probation?
90 days.
90 days. Okay, Ms. Wilson, is that your understanding of the agreement now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, so to the charge of failed to signal turn, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'm going to go ahead and follow the plea bargain agreement. I'm going to place you on deferred for 90 days with a special expense fee of $300 and condition that you take the defensive driving class because you are under the age of 25. With regard to the failed to yield right away from a private property, the state is taking that into consideration, and I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that call. Okay, Mr. Mead, when is the
Yes,
deferred-
Your Honor.
when is the deferred fee going to be paid?
She's gonna pay, she would like to pay the court costs of 134 today, Your Honor, and then have the term of her probation to pay the balance of the $300.
Okay. Is that correct, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, I'm going to go ahead and approve that. Clarissa, do we need any information from Ms. Wilson?
Ms. Wilson, when will you be, are you calling us or are you coming by in person?
What time do you guys close today?
About 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Is it okay if I call you guys to pay it?
You can, when you pay that $134 though, when you pay with a credit or debit card in person over the phone or or online, it will charge you a processing fee of 5%. That would be a $6.70 fee. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. You can
Okay.
call it in and pay it though, yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do you have our phone number?
Is it the Charter Group, the 210-837-3704?
Yes, you can call that one.
I can?
Yes, ma'am. You can call that one.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. To pay it, I'll call that number, right? I'm sorry.
Yes, to pay it, you'll call that number. We'll get you set up and then we will mail you the paperwork. You'll need to sign one and return it.
Okay, and to the driver safety course, how would I start that?
Well, you just need to
how would I
Google,
do that?
yeah, just go online and Google Texas Defensive Driving Course. And it'll give you a list of them. Just make sure it's a state approved course and it'll say it on the home screen, okay?
Okay.
They're about $25. If you find one for 5 or 10, it's not going to be approved, so.
Okay.
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 And you'll have
Thank
the
you.
90 days to turn that in.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's driver's course is not like a thing I have to sit on the computer and stay
Yes,
on for.
it's about a 4 to 5 hour course. But if you do them
Oh, okay,
online,
okay.
yeah, if you do them online though, you can log in and out of them. You don't have to sit there for the entire long. You can do 30 minutes a day or whatever you want to do.
Okay, until just long as it's between a day and 90 days.
You have to have that certificate back to us by the time your probation is over, which is the 90-day term.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, ma'am.
I can hang the phone up?
Yes, you can hang up now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sure. Have a good day, ma'am.
Bye-bye. You too, bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Mead, I have Christopher Roberts on the that I'm going to send into the breakout room with you. Mr. Roberts, if you can unmute yourself, he is on the top of page.
Where's Mr.? Oh, there he is.
It's real dark. He's on the top of page 2 on the
Okay.
docket. Okay.
I see him.
Okay, that brings us to Mr. Pytel. Xavier
sir.
Pytel. Okay. Let Mr. Here we go. Mr. Pytel, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Pytel, you have a charge here of fail to yield right of way to an emergency vehicle. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
I'm not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, if you will stand by, the prosecutor is going to have to visit with you. So just go ahead and unmute yourself, and as soon as he can get to you, he will.
10-4. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
All right, that's everybody for now, Judge.
Yes. Okay, so we will just wait for Mr. Mead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, Clarissa, I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll be here.
All right.
Thank you. Mr. Shaw, you're next, okay? You're going to go in with the prosecutor. Okay.
Hello? Is she
Ms.
talking to
Brumfield,
me?
Ms. Brumfield, you're right after.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. They said no. I thought they said goodbye.
Oh, energizing.
Hey, Clarissa,
Sir,
why don't we go ahead while we're waiting for Mr. Mead? Let's go ahead and call the
all the
docket.
docket?
Yes. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call the individuals that were set for today's docket but have not shown up. I'm gonna show Sophia Lamas, who has 5 citations as a no-show. Five citations is a no-show. Corey Whitfield as a no-show. Nancy Edith Lansford as a no-show. Roxana Griego, 2 citations as a no-show. Takes us over to page 2. Ascensión Guerra Herrera as a no-show. Ricardo Daniel Garciloso as a no-show. Okay, we have Mr. Mead back. Let's go ahead and take Mr. Mead, and then we'll continue with the calling of the docket. Okay, Mr. Mead, if you'll unmute yourself.
There's
Okay,
Mr. Robert.
there he is. Mr. Roberts, can you unmute yourself, sir?
Hey, yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were you able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Well, one thing Mr. Roberts told me he'd like to do is plead not guilty on the charge of open container and set it for non-jury trial.
Okay.
And on the other 2, I'm request the court to give Mr. Roberts a 30-day reset, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, reset 30 days. Okay, that would be fine. Mr. Roberts, I'm going to go ahead and reset the no driver's license and the no failure to maintain insurance for 30 days. We're going to go ahead and take your plea of not guilty to the open container. And it's my understanding that you want a non-jury trial, sir?
Yes, sir. Last court, I had, I was told if I meet the obligations of having insurance and driver's license, that those 2 would be dismissed. And I'm under the impression that I'm just like, open container issue.
Actually, Your Honor, I told him that if we took probation on the insurance, I'd dismiss the no driver's license, or recommend the court dismiss the no driver's license. But he wants to reset those because I think we both understand how we're going to deal with those when he comes back.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll deal with them when you come back on the 30-day reset. Okay.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Roberts, you have any other questions, sir?
No, I just know that next time I meet with you, I know I need to pay the $81.
Yeah, that's
and
the court cost, Your Honor.
Court cost. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And and
Yep.
I have to maintain insurance for 6 months on the probated part of it.
Right. Well, when you come back in 30 days, we're going to go ahead and finalize the agreement. Okay, so we'll deal with that when you come back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
sir.
Unless you have any other
Roberts, Mr. Roberts, are you on South Bluff still?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll mail your paperwork there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to excuse you, Mr. Roberts. Thank you for appearing, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Mead, I'm going to send you in with Alan Shaw. He had spoke about pleading not guilty.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Shaw, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, can you hang this up? Let's stay with the court.
Mr. Roberts, you can just hang up, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to do it now.
Okay.
Okay, so we will continue with the calling of the docket, Clarissa. Okay, we're left off. Last person was Ricardo Daniel Garcilaso as a no-show. Maria Genovia Alvarado as a no-show. Jose Antonio Morales, 2 citations as a no-show.
Oh, okay, Judge, I'm sorry. Maria Alvarado is on a payment plan.
Oh, okay. So we'll remove that
Sorry.
notation.
Yes, sir. She came by today.
Okay, on pay plan. Okay, very good. Okay, so then that brings us to Erin Alexandra Waller as a no-show. Erica Avila Carrillo, 3 citations as a no-show. Kevin Ray Schneider as a no-show. Shantis Starlet Ramon has 3 violations as a no-show.
Okay, at the top of page 3, we have Denise Pettis, payment
Yes.
plan.
Okay,
And then we have David Gonzalez, driving safety course as of today. And then we also, oh, there's a couple more on this page. Rhonda Dudley,
okay,
she's on deferred as of today. And Miguel Castillo, toward the bottom, Miguel Castillo is on a payment plan. And that's all
Okay.
for this page, I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's go back up
Okay.
to Juan Jesus Rodea as a no-show. Kirsten Nicole Mireles as a no-show. Viviana Bellino as a no-show. Daryl Wayne Johnson as a no-show. Jose Luis Valdez, 3 citations as a no-show. Scott Matthew Carter, 2 citations as a no-show. Melinda Elise Maldonado as a no-show. David Alexander Ridge as a no-show. Anita Louise Johnson, 2 citations as a no-show. Donald Pearson as a no-show. Len Davis Rutledge has 6 citations as a no-show. Ramon Antonio Claudio, 2 citations as a no-show. Noe Villalobos as a no-show. Marcus Isaiah Villalobos, 2 citations as a no-show. Norman Ronquilla Hernandez as a no-show. John Patrick Valle as a no-show. Walter Andy Thurman has 3 citations as a no-show. Charles Gonzalez as a no-show. Gerardo Abraham Casares as a no-show. Christopher Stephen Evans, 2 citations, no-show. Pedro Valquez, 2 citations as a no-show. Jeffrey Scott Wenzel as a no-show. Nisha Nicole Dotsie, 2 citations as a no-show. Oliver Richardson as a no-show. April Kiara Thompson, 4 citations as a no-show. That's the end of the docket there. Okay.
So he's in with Mr. Shaw, and then we have 2 more to go after that that also need to see John Mead. He's back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, if you can unmute yourself, sir. All right, there we go. Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Shaw is prepared to plead no contest to the speeding. Since the speed was 57 and a 50, I'm recommending 30 days deferred for $225.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 10 plus 30 days. Okay, is that your understanding, Mr. Shaw?
Yes, sir.
One more thing, Your Honor.
Okay.
I
Yes.
think probably we should, that he doesn't have the money to pay today, but he said he can pay by Friday. So if you could just
Okay.
approve the plea bargain and let him come take care of it on Friday. That y'all gonna be there Friday, Clarissa?
We'll be here Monday.
Monday. How about Monday, Mr. Shaw?
Monday. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
out there all the time.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, just a little procedural matters. Mr. Shaw, when you initially addressed this case, you had entered a plea of not guilty. You
Yes,
had
sir.
a chance to talk to the prosecutor, and it's my understanding that you're changing your plea to no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Did anybody force you, threaten you, or coerce you into changing your plea from not guilty to no contest?
No, sir. It was better understanding.
Okay, and so you're doing that on your own free volition?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest to the charge of speeding. I'm going to follow the plea bargain recommendation of placing you on deferred for 30 days with a special expense fee of $225, which will be paid on Monday.
On Monday.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes, sir.
Larissa, do we need anything from Mr. Shaw?
Mr. Shaw, will you be coming in person on Monday or are you going to do it by phone?
I'll be coming in Monday.
Okay. All right. We'll see you Monday then. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Carissa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Have a good day, sir.
Y'all too. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Mr. Mead, we're gonna, okay, I'm gonna assign you to a breakout room with Phyllis Brumfeld.
Okay.
She is on top of page 1. Ms. Brumfield, if you can unmute yourself and go into the breakout room with Mr. Mead.
How do I get out of here?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get out
That's okay, Mr. Shaw. I think I can remove you. Let's see.
because I don't have Zoom per se.
Yeah. Let me see if this works.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, I'll be right back.
Mr. Keitel, you're coming up next, okay?
I got kicked out of the whole.
See that?
Okay. I'm back.
You're back, but we're waiting on,
Ms. Brumfield,
Judge.
she's here.
Well, Miss Brumfield's back, but Judge stepped away for 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Got kicked out, huh, John?
Mm-hmm.
That was wishful thinking on your part.
Mm.
Sorry.
What was I wishing for?
I think you were wishing for court to be over, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were y'all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what do we have?
Ms. Brumfield's going to plead guilty to driving with invalid license. Straight plea, I'm gonna recommend a fine of $260, which she'll pay today. Ms. Brumfield will plead guilty to the failure to provide insurance. Going to be a straight plea, Your Honor. I recommend a fine of $300. She needs a time pay on that. And I'm going to take into consideration the operate unregistered motor vehicle and request court dismiss that.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Brumfield, did you hear what the prosecutor represented to the court?
Yes, I did.
Okay, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Brumfield, to the charge of driving while license invalid or suspended, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty to that charge. I'm going to assess a fine of $260, which you will pay today. To the charge of failure to provide evidence of insurance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I'm going to accept your plea of guilty, assess a fine of $300, and put you on a time pay. I'm going to go ahead and show that the state has taken the operate unregistered vehicle into consideration, and that charge will be dismissed.
Okay.
Ms. Brumfield, do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, I don't.
Okay, Clarissa, do we need anything from Ms. Brumfield?
Miss Brumfield, are you gonna come by and pay today, or are you gonna pay from the, by phone, or what were you gonna do?
I'm not sure exactly. I might just go to the bank and then come by and do it.
Okay,
But either
I'm just
way.
letting you know, if you pay with a credit or debit card, there is a 5% processing fee that is assessed at the time of payment. So it's cheaper if you get cash, or money order or cashier's check. So it's up to you. We'll be here
Well,
till
yeah,
4.
I have to drive by my bank, so.
Okay, we'll be here till 4. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You're excused.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, I see. Sure. Okay, John, I'm going to send you in with our last one, Xavier Pytel.
He's got one charge?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's entering a plea of not guilty.
Okay.
that's why. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's it, Judge. How's it going in Leon Valley? Are y'all doing good?
Yes, I had my last docket. Well, actually, we had a non-jury docket Monday.
Did you?
Uh,
Through Zoom
yes.
or in person?
No, through Zoom. And we
How did it
had,
go?
well, we had 4 cases. 2 of them got dismissed. One of them, we had to reset it, and then we had a trial on one, and that person was found guilty. That was by Zoom, though. Yeah. And the officer, the prosecutor and the officer introduced a video. And so they were able to do the share screen, share document on the screen. So it went pretty well.
Wow. I wonder if we should try to do ours through Zoom then.
Sure, we can. If you want, you can talk to either Ali or Fabiola, and they can help you out in doing the Zoom and introducing the documents like the video or any exhibits.
Yeah, that would be good because I have no clue. I can try to practice a little too on my own and just set up some fake ones and try to practice loading and sharing docs. I'll try that this
Yes.
weekend and see what's okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe that would be better because the outbreak's going nuts right now. So I know they shut down the schools in Seguin, Poth, and Lavernia now. So
Oh, yeah, now.
Yeah.
So in-person classes?
I'm sorry.
No in-person classes?
Oh, starting yesterday, might be today. Starting today, Lavernia did close down the high school because they have 15% of their high school has corona.
Really?
Yes. So
Yeah. You know, as a matter of fact, if you do call the Leon Valley, ask for Allie.
Allie, okay.
And I can give you their number if you want to write it down somewhere.
Sure, I'd love it.
210-684-1391.
All right.
All righty.
All
Okay.
right. Well, maybe we'll try that.
Yeah, it's worth a try. Okay, we have Mr. Mead back, but we're waiting on Mr. Pytel. Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, any resolution?
Now, Mr. Patel wants to persist in his plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and accept his plea of not guilty. I'm going to set it for Mr. Pytel. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
I'd like to do a jury, sir.
Jury, okay, very good. We will do that. We will be getting some paperwork out to you. Clarissa, do you need anything from Mr. Pytel?
Mr. Pytel, are you still on Rue Sophie Street?
Hey, can I make a special request to get an email form of that?
Email what now?
Just whatever needs to be mailed. Can it just be in an email, like a PDF file in my email? I'd probably get it better.
Okay. I'm going to send over your not guilty, please. So I'll need you to fill that out and get it back to us. What is your email address?
Xavier, the letter J, and then my last name at gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and excuse you.
Okay, y'all have a good one. Thanks.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we are adjourned, and if we can get off of YouTube, Clarissa.
Mhm.